That's not this YouTube, see what it does. So down here where I fish at, they don't seem we are back. We keep on losing losing connection. Hopefully, don't keep on doing that on me. I do have a big light next to me, so yeah, if we get we get a little bright for a second. Take my headlight on. I'll try to plug in my phone so it don't go dead on me. All right, we should be plugged in. The light should be facing down a little bit better so y'all can see me. Let me get back over here, see what we can see. All right, that's a little bit better. It's a beautiful night out here tonight. I brought a bunch of different kind of baits with me. Normally I go to the creek, local creek, and catch bluegill and sunfish. That's usually all I use. Unless I catch something up here like a perch or a drum or something like that. But tonight we're gonna do a little bit different. The creek I normally fish in, well, let's just say for a 20-mile stretch, is dried up. There ain't no water, so ain't no getting no bait. But we don't let that stop us. So I went ahead and went by the local fish market, well, Kroger, the fish market here, because they the only ones that sell fresh fish. I bought me some fresh cut tuna, big fillet, big old fillet, a couple big fillets, a tilapia, and just for fun, I picked up some imitation crab meat, which is what's on that first rod right there, the one that keeps on bouncing. That imitation crab meat. They've been playing with it for like an hour. So I might start using that more often. That's cheap. Like $2.50 when I bought it. So definitely a cheap bait. The last rod, the one you can't see real well, that's a bait that I've seen on another YouTuber video. Guy goes by the name of DMV Whisker King on YouTube. If y'all ain't seen him, check him out. Got some good videos. But he always swears by cheese hot dogs. So that last rod's for him. I got some cheese hot dog on there. We're gonna see if we catch anything. Now earlier we did get a little nibble on that. So we'll see. We got some big fish starting to roll. This is prime bite time. Usually I catch all my best fish between 9 and 9:30. That's why I wanted to start this stream at 9 o'clock. Even though I know nobody's probably gonna come in. But yeah. If anybody does come in, please feel free to chat. Just do me a favor. Keep it user friendly. Because kids watching this video later, and I don't want them seeing no nasty comments and stuff. We try to keep it clean on here. Now we just waiting. I don't know if I'll keep this video up or not. It's basically just a test video. It should be streaming out to everybody though, on my friends list, all my subscribers. No, by the way, if you do come in, if you like fishing content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Still an empty house, but it's all right. As long as we're going live, that's all that matters. Oh, we got a barge. Hopefully we get a barge bite. Barge bites are famous here. I'm gonna step away from the camera since nobody's on here right yet. And I'm gonna try to hook up my second camera just in case the live stream fails. Or just in case I delete this video and we catch some fish. I want to be able to get it all. So I'll be right back with y'all. All right, we got this barge coming through right now. Louisville's notorious for barge bites. We are notorious for it. We get them all the time. It's usually about 5 minutes, 10 minutes after the barge passes us up. It usually passes up. As soon as the water starts to calm down is when the fish will start attacking. It just stirs them up and stirs your bait up on the bottom real well. So we're going to see what we can do. Hopefully we get a good takedown. Trying to figure out how I'm going to set this camera up where I can get to it, but where it can record without blocking anything. So we're going to try to see what we can do. That's gonna block the camera right there like that, but that won't. So I can set it up like that. It's gonna be all rigged up, y'all. It's all right. I'm putting two cameras and a light, or two lights, two cameras on one little bit old tripod. We're gonna see what happens. See if we can't make magic happen. I also have my GoPro. Well, my generic GoPro. I don't buy GoPros. The quality at night's not real great anyway, so I don't waste my money on it. I don't see no reason to waste money on it. We have some things obstructing some things, but it's all good. As long as it works, as long as I can get some video. I just want to double up on this just in case this live stream thing don't work. Like I said, this is a test. I tried to test it last night before I come out today. Today's my only day off. But unfortunately, that didn't happen too well because, well, I didn't get approved to do my lives until about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock this morning. And I had to set up, go get bait, and go get gear ready so we can come out and do this. So we're going to see what we can do. I didn't anticipate running all these cameras at one time, but we don't want to miss no footage, do we? Nah, if we get some takedown, we want to see it. We catch a fish, we want to see it. The audio will probably be crap because, well, I got my mic plugged in for live streaming, but it's all good. Be all right. That should work. So if we get a bite, now I got two cameras hooked up, so y'all should be able to see everything. Got a bars coming through right at prime bite time. Yeah, y'all know what that means. Hopefully he stirs them up. Stirs them up. Still got 0 views. Hopefully somebody comes in and checks in on me so I know it's working. Told my kids I want them to check in, make sure I knew it was working. They could send me a message and just say it's working. Starting to get a little chilly out here now. Oh, still got my headlamp on. Let me turn it off. That scared the fish away. They don't like it at light. So we're gonna see what happens, y'all. And since ain't nobody in here, I'm gonna do what I don't do. I'm gonna smoke. I don't smoke in my videos, so I'll probably, if it does work, I'll probably try to see if I can figure out a way to edit the video to YouTube. Cut a bunch out, post when I need to post. So far, all my nibbles has been on a piece of imitation crab. They've been out there playing with it for hours. Probably got to put a fresh piece on here in a minute. Might put a piece of fresh tuna on too, because I ain't got too big of a piece on there. It splits real easy putting it on the hook. Also trying to figure all this live stuff out. Plan on getting out more, as much as I can. I'll be coming out as much as I can this winter, but I'll be probably doing more fishing this spring and summer when the weather starts warming up. Hours at work cut down because right now they got us on a lot of hours. Right now I'm working 60, 70 hours a week, so we only can do what we can do. The barge is moving slow. Looks like it's a nice one though. The bigger the barge, the better. Just means it's going to stir them up more. Here comes the wake. And to wake up the fishies. Wake up, fishies. It's about prime bite time. And just a heads up. Hey, we seem we got one viewer. What's up? Doing a test. So you feel free to comment. Let me know if you can see everything. Hear me good enough. Got a barge going through right now. So, what's up, Brandon? Can you hear me and see me all right? This little rod right here in the front, man, it's going crazy. That imitation shrimp, imitation crab, non-stop nibbles. Item. Yeah. They just playing with my emotions though. Well, thank you. I'm proud of all. I'm proud of both of my kids, both of them. Y'all hearing waves? Yeah. I don't know if y'all still viewing or not. I think y'all done turned it off, but light up the situation a little bit. Yeah, y'all can definitely see there. Well, at least we got verification that the video was streaming. So all I needed. Here in a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and change out some baits. Let the water calm down from the barge bite. Or from the barge going through. See if they come through and do the barge bite like they normally do 5-10 minutes after. Not, change out some baits. They're playing with the small rod quite a bit. Surprised they're still playing with it. Can't be no bait on it by now. They've been hitting it for an hour. Center rod, I put some tuna fillet on there. And yeah, it don't go on the hook real well. It wants to split in half. So small piece of it come off when I cast it, but looked like the majority of the chunk stayed on. I'm gonna try to cut it with some scissors instead of cutting it with a knife. My knife I got is dull. It's sharpening. All right, while nobody's in here, I'm gonna step away, find some scissors, get some bait ready just in case. We're gonna keep on doing this. Got me some scissors. Slopping in the mud, but it's worth every minute of it. Yeah. Ain't nothing will cut that skin. That skin on that tuna is hard. It's tough. Tough stuff, buddy. Woo. All right, we're gonna turn this light off so we don't scare the fish off. See if they come in and take it. sitting as close as I can so y'all can see me because I got to keep the lights off. But I do got a big old spotlight if I need it. Got 3 of them, so we will light it up like Christmas. Y'all should be able to see the rods okay, hopefully. At least if we get a takedown, you should be able to see it. Yes, stream's been breaking up quite a bit. $9.25. Surprised I ain't had a good takedown yet. Probably because I ain't using bluegill or sunfish like I normally do. Between 9 and 9:30 every time I come down here, that yellow rod bends over, so it ain't bent over yet, so we wait to see. I want to see that orange rod bend over. That orange rod bends over, we in for a blast. Because that's the extra heavy. They bend it, it's going to be a beast. Or he's going to have some strong shoulders, one of the two. Got a bunch of deer stuff coming down through the woods. Keep on walking up on me. Keep on chasing them off with the light. Don't want to have no accidental deer encounter. Sorry if I'm blinding you. You can see this light. This is on. I've been using this light for the last hour and a half. So batteries are getting low already. But you can see this thing from about a mile down the river. I can light up the Indiana side. just a waiting game now. Water should start calming down here in a few seconds, about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. As soon as it goes back to dead calm, I'm gonna turn my other camera on, just in case, because that's usually when you get the best bites at their barred, is when the water goes back to calm, because all it does is stir your bait up, move the scent around. So we're gonna see. But I gotta get my jacket on because it's getting chilly. Wind coming off that water is kind of chilly. Slopping in the mud. I think I just blinded everybody in the barge. Looked down that way, forgot my headlamp was on. Yeah, they probably blind by now. Alrighty. Go down here and check all these lines. Make sure they're all still tight. That's tight. And about as tight as he's gonna get. That's good. I know that the first one's good. Been hitting it all night. So we see what we're gonna get. That's just a little slack. Tighten it back up. Alrighty. Give it a few minutes and I'll change out some baits. And we'll see what happens. Y'all will see me a whole lot better if I'm standing up. I probably could lower the tripod a little bit, but matter of fact, I might try that just for the fun of it. Since I ain't got no viewers right now. Oh no, I think I'm all the way down. That's as far as it's gonna go, because the light's in the way. I'm gonna have to get a taller chair. All right, the water's starting to calm down. So we're gonna turn on our other camera, even though it's obstructed a little bit. Want them to slide down. That ain't the best setup in the world, but you know what? It is what it is. I might be able to get a little bit better though. Get some stuff together. Let's see what we can do. I need to get a dual mic, a dual camera set up for this tripod so we can run multiple cameras. It always makes it better if you can run multiples. That way you know you don't miss anything. Because I have a bad problem with these electronics sometimes. Coming out here, seems like every time I go to think I'm gonna get something or catch a fish, hook the fish and the camera done stopped. So we double up. We'll be good. We won't miss a thing. All right. So we should be recording on both cameras. I'll give it a quick flick of the light so you can see everything. So we is good in the hood. All right. Shows I got one viewer. Is that y'all? That you and Desi right now? All right. We've been running this live for about 37 minutes now. Seems to be doing all right. It has cut in a few times, cut in and out a few times on me. I've got a big one right out in front of me. Two of them. So hopefully they smell my bait and take one of them. We'll give it about 5 more minutes. Then we'll rebait up. That front rod right there, first rod, we're getting a lot of taps with that imitation crab on it. So I don't think there's any way there's any bait left on that rod. It's been hit that many times. It's been hit at least 50 times, but they just tapping it. They just playing with my emotion. They just teasing me. Waiting to see when these big rods take off. It's normally about this time of night when that yellow rod just buckles over almost every time I come out here. I'm actually surprised. I guess because we got the camera actually working, that they don't want to show off tonight. Either that, they don't clean the bait off of it. That's possible too. But we're gonna give it about 2 or 3 more minutes, and we're gonna rebait these first 2 rods. Well, starting to get nibbles on the small rod again, but they just won't commit. They just want to play with it. And I got a 9/0 circle hook on there, so it may be too big for them to eat. But they load it up. I'll lock it in on them. Got a bunch of them out there rolling. A bunch of big ones out there rolling. I know y'all probably can't see me too good, but I do have a bright light to come on if we get anything. But yeah, the fish down here, for some reason, they don't like the light. If I turn all the lights on, I don't get no bites. Usually it's when it's real dim, almost completely black, my poses go crazy. So we got as minimum light as I can get out here right now. So hopefully we'll get one, take one down. I'm sitting next to the light right now. I got a big spotlight out here. Second we get one, take one down, I'm gonna hit that light. We're gonna try to hook them up. Oh, we're getting a hot dog hit. Got a bounce on the cheese hot dog. I'm surprised. I never expected that one. Look like he slacked my line. I'm gonna check on it real quick. No, we still tight. But he tapped it. Maybe DMB's onto something. I don't know. I thought he got tapped earlier. I wasn't for sure, but that time I'm 100% sure it got tapped. They just act like they ain't real hungry right now. They just nitpicking. And I've got all my lights facing to cast my shadow up on the bank and not in the water, because they are very finicky over here. I bet you if I was turning all these lights off, if at least one, if not two of them rods would just bend over. But then y'all wouldn't see the action, so what's the fun in that? They've been hitting on a small rod all night, even with the light on, so I guess a little bit of light I got shouldn't be affecting them too much. But I think I am going to change the bait on the first two real quick. Put a piece of fresh imitation crab on the first rod, and second rod I got a chunk of tuna fillet and put it back on. Make sure it's still on there. Got a little nibble earlier. It's about all it's got. So far, the winner of the day, as far as I'm concerned, the best bites I've had all day has been on the imitation crab. Paid $2 for it on sale. So if they're gonna bite on it like they've been biting on for $2, yeah, I think I'll go buy some more, just in case I can't get my bait fish like I normally do. The only reason why I'm using these store-bought baits right now is because the creek I fish in is, well, pretty much dried up, and ain't nothing biting in the little puddles that are there. So we ain't gonna let that stop us from fishing. All right, I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna go over here and grab some bait so I can switch out these baits. We'll get them baited back up and cast them back out. Hopefully y'all can still hear me pretty good. I got my mic on, so hopefully it works. If anybody's still in the stream, if y'all see something happen with one of the rods, just comment down below. Let me know what rod it is so I know which one to watch. All right. What I'm using right there on the first rod, some imitation crab. It don't have much of a smell, but they've been hitting it all night. So 10 minutes after I cast, or actually about 5 minutes after I casted it out, they started tapping it. So we're gonna try to make sure there's some on there, put some fresh on. So we can try to see if we can't land something. Not like it's something on there still. Oh, they tangled me up. They clamped me and tangled me up. It might have been from the barge, the tangle part of it. But ain't nothing on there now. So we're gonna put a fresh piece on and cast back out and see what happens. It's kind of a good sign, even though I didn't hook the fish. It's kind of a good sign that they cleaned it like that, because that just lets me know they like it. All right. So we are baited up. That's how I'm gonna do it. Big old chunk on there. We're gonna try to get it out about 70, 80 yards out, if possible. See if we can't make some magic happen. And we're sinking. Just now hit the bottom, so we probably about 25 foot, 30 foot deep, which is real good. Because with the weather temperature dropping, getting cooler, fish are going deeper. All right. Make sure I get my line tight. I'll take it a second to lock up. If y'all hear them dogs barking, those are from Indiana side. You can actually hear them from all the way over here from Indiana. All right, I'm gonna reel this one in. This had that cut tuna on it. It don't stay on the hook real well, so I'm gonna put a piece of fresh on it. We're gonna see what happens. This is my favorite rod. I don't even know what brand rod it is, but this rod has been my lucky rod, and it's given me the best action out of all these rods. The reel I'm using is a Cast King Rover 60. I love these Cast King reels. Yeah, they cleaned that one off pretty much too. They left the skin. So that's a good sign that they're liking it. So let's put another piece out and see what happens. The skin is tough too. It does not want to come off the hook. The hook don't want to go through it. All right, we might have to rethink this on how to set this tuna up. There we go. Because it did not want to go through the skin. It's tearing the tuna up before we can actually get it on the hook. So we might have to rethink that one. Now I can just roll right there out there in front of me. We're going to try a piece without the skin and see if I can't feed it on there somehow where it stays on. Because I believe it's got potential. Got to cut the skin off because it won't come off on its own. All right. All right, I got a fresh piece of tuna on there. Looks like it's going to stay. I didn't put too big of a chunk on. Just a little bitty chunk, just enough to get their attention. See if they want it. So we're going to put it back out there in the dips. See what happens. All right. All right. We out there. Let's see what happens. Get this line tightened up. Looks tight to me. All right, we fishing. I smell like fishy, fishy. All right. Here in a minute, I'll probably change out my batteries in my headlamp because it's getting a little dim. And I want y'all to be able to see anything I catch. So we're probably going to change out the batteries in it so y'all can see. I'm standing in a giant mud hole right now. This beach is nothing but mud. This water was up about 4 foot last week, 5 foot up above where it's at right now, which means the water was probably up close to 10 foot. But yeah, it was way up there. I got a lot more beach today that had to fish on than what I had last week. That's for sure. The water's starting to calm down. You can hear the fish moving around out there, so I know they're active. All right, well, while we're waiting, I'm going to change out my battery so y'all can see if I catch anything. Oh, one time on a hot dog ride. It's bouncing. Put this headlamp back on for now. He hit it pretty hard, too. Of course, he hit it and quit, but it is what it is. Maybe we'll get lucky, he'll come back. Oh, he's still there. We're going to turn this light on. Hopefully, it don't chase anything off because he's down there playing with that. He's bouncing it like crazy. We can't hook up on him. That's what we've been trying to figure out. When he does come back, y'all don't miss anything. He probably won't with the light being. So far I've been getting some pretty good bites on the Looks like a little tapper's back on that first rod. Saw it wiggle just a little bit. Saw the line pull, but yeah, he's just playing with it. So it might be one of them baits that gets bites, but they never commit. He wasn't doing anything like that hot dog was doing. That hot dog was going crazy for a good minute. I might have to check that hot dog. It might be gone. Give it another minute or two, and I think I'm gonna check that hot dog. Nothing. All right, the time is an hour and 4 minutes. We've been out here about an hour and 30 total. We ain't got much of anything. Not looks like I got a little bit of pull on the yellow rod. Ain't enough to do anything with though. All the way over. Never thought that rod would bend. Watched it bend twice. Both times was nice fish. So I'm gonna see that again. I just want to see it buckle over. Get something big, grab it, and just swim off with it. I'll let him get a meal. Give me something to drink, and I think it's time to check that hot dog. It ain't bouncing in a few minutes, and it was bouncing like crazy, so they probably stripped it. That's the only thing bad about using soft baits. You got a soft bait that comes off easy. Only takes a few nibbles and it's gone. You got to have one that wants to commit right away and just take it down and run with it. Yeah, it don't feel like there's anything on there. Going in awful easy. Yeah, I ain't seen no hot dog swinging. They got me from my dog. Not my dog. All right, well, time to put another piece on and see what happens. And it takes a second to set this hot dog up because you got to pull it through take the hook off. I got it on a slip rig, Kentucky rig as we call it here. I don't know what it's actually called, but we call it a Kentucky rig. You take the hook off, put it back on real easy. So I can run the hot dog through the line, then put the hook back on and slide the hot dog down so I'm not actually damaging the hot dog. It's split. Alrighty, we are ready. Got another barge coming. Maybe we'll get lucky, get a barge bite. This is what I'm doing with the hot dog. See the hook hanging out the side of it right there. Got a little drop loop right there that I can pull my hook right on and off. Slide the line through it, put the hook back on. Keeps it on pretty tight. So we're going to cast her back out in the depths. Got another barge coming through. Hopefully we get another barge bite. Looks like the waters went down quite a bit. Looks like they're pulling water back out, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. I may have to wind up putting my rods a little further out. I got them pulled back up on the bank real far right now. All righty. We out there. Deep. Yeah, the waters went down about, it's receded about 4 foot, 5 foot since I've come out. So originally I started my rods was probably about light from reflecting. The further back I can get my rods and still get good contact with the water, the better. Because then I know the light don't affect it as much. All right, lines are out, lines is tight. Let's see what happens. See if we can't make some magic happen. As soon as this barge goes through, see if any of these poles go off. And this chair is slowly sinking into the mud, so I'm getting lower and lower and lower. There we go, that's a little bit better. Getting a little bit lower and lower. Pretty decent sized barge too, so he should make a pretty good wake. Move his water around a little bit, get these fish woke up. I've noticed when they pull the water down like they have, they drain it into the power plant. A lot of times the fish get inactive for a little bit. I'm hoping that's not the case tonight. I'm hoping this barge will wake them right back up, get them motivated again, get them out hunting for food. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I would have cut bluegill or some sunfish, probably would have done had at least one good fish tonight. But we still got some time. So we're gonna see what happens. It's all about being patient and enjoying the outdoors. Actually looks like something's tapping on that orange rod. Looks like the tip's bouncing a little bit. It's about all it'll do is bounce a little bit. I don't think there's anything gonna bend it over. I could be wrong. Could have a small fish with some strong shoulders and bend it, but I don't see it happening. Nothing I've hooked in on it. Ain't nothing ever bent it over for real. It might bend the tip a little bit and bounce it, but it's about all she ever does. It's a little too stiff, if you ask me. I might wind up turning it into my to a secondary shark rod, as we call them in the catfish community. The rod that we put strongest line, strongest reel, biggest hook, and the biggest piece of bait we can put on, throw it out, and see what we can catch. So let this barge go by and hopefully it wakes them up. See what we get. Let's try a twofer this time. See, we got a bars bite. Let's see if I get a potty bite. Walk away from the rod and see what happens. Give me about 30 seconds, y'all. Be right back with you. Oh, got a slack line on it. There he goes. Hit it. You want it, take it. There you go. Don't just tap it, take it. You know you want it. That's a very light action rod. You can bend it. You can do it. Go ahead and take it. You see, I walk away from the rod, it starts going doing something. Come back over here, it ain't got nothing to do. All right, I'm gonna step away again. Try to do what I was about to do. Be right back with y'all. Hopefully he takes it and runs with it. Yeah, he doesn't want it. He just wants to play with it. Maybe once the water calms back down, the wake dies a little bit, maybe he'll hit it again. Haven't seen our hot dog fella come back yet. Maybe his big brother's out there just waiting. I think I'm covered to my knees, up to my knees in mud. Just slosh. Looks like we might be getting a few little taps on the hot dog rod again. I don't like these taps. I just want to see it bend over. That first rod right there is my project rod. This rod, one of the rods that was left over, left in the house we bought when me and my wife bought a house. So needed an eye, had a needed a top eye, and then I had a little stress crack in it, so I patched it with some fiberglass resin. Went ahead and painted over it. Left the resin looking rough, so you tell it's the same rod. I'm really hoping on landing something on it. I want to see how it does. Usually, if I got a rod that's got a imperfection in it like that, where it's splintering off or anything, because it has slight splintering, I would normally get rid of the rod. But I have had good luck with the fiberglass resin on fixing, small splinters, nothing major. So Deer are back. When I was walking down here, I was shining my headlamp so I could see where I was going because it's so dark down here. Walked up on 2 deer. I was probably 25, 30 yards away from them. And they just sitting there looking at me. They probably smell this food down here. And even though deers are vegetarians, still draws their attention. Plus the lights and stuff and the colors are probably trying to figure out what's going on. I don't blame them. I try to find out what's going on too. Let's see if I can't chase them off with the headlamp. What you done, buddy? It's starting to get chilly down here. My feet are still fairly warm though. They feel a little bit wet, but it's still warm. Got some nice thermal socks I just ordered. Pretty dang warm. For anybody that might be just tuning in, I see we got 2 people in the house. Anybody might just be tuning in. We've been out here about an hour and a half, 2 hours. We've been out here about 2 hours. Gotten quite a few bites on this little orange rod in the front. My last rod down there, one you can't really see, it just had some real good hits. I had to put some more bait on it because they stripped it off. Haven't hooked into anything yet. Still working on that. Nothing wants to commit. They want to tap it and run. Hit it 2 or 3 times and quit. I've got on this front rod, I got imitation crab. Second rod, I got tuna fillet of tuna. Third rod, I got what is it called? Tilapia. Yeah, tilapia fillets. The last rod, I got the DMV favorite, DMV Whisker Cat. I'm sorry, Whisker King. His cheese hot dog. I've actually got some good bites on him. I was surprised. He swears by them. I've got some bites. If y'all ain't checked out his channel yet, you got a real good channel. Look up DMV Whisker King or Whisker Family. Sorry, I keep on twisting things up. Getting a little dry mouth down here. But yeah, check him out. Check out DMV Whisker Family, Whisker King Family. Check out Chunky. Chunky Cat's Fishing. You'll love his light show. He's got a beautiful light show. He paints his rods like I do, where they pretty much glow under lights, but he uses a bunch of black lights. Amazing. I wish I would have thought about the idea of the black lights first, but hey, gotta give it to Chunky. Kind of disappointed in the two center rods. Usually those are my best bite rods. I usually get the best hits on them. But of course, normally I got sunfish and bluegill out here, fresh cut bait. Creek I usually fish in is dried up, so I had to go to the store and buy bait because I wasn't going to let me not getting bait stop me from going. So I figured I'd try a few new things. We got the freshest fish I could buy. We put it on here. Got a little nibble on the tuna, but it barely stays on the hook. So I can't tell if I had anything on the tilapia or not because, well, that orange rod don't bend. That's extra heavy action. Yeah, it don't bend too easy. And take a fish with some strong shoulders to bend that. Now I'm waiting to see it, but I ain't seen it yet. Looks like something might be tapping on the hot dog again. Looks like it's a little bit more than what it was. So we're gonna get up and check it out. If I hook into anything, I'm gonna turn my headlamp on. I got a big spotlight right here. I'll turn on so y'all can see it, see the fight. See if I can get y'all some footage where y'all can see the takedowns. So far, all they're doing is tapping. Hit it and quit it. He must not want it that bad because he ain't taking it. It's kind of throwing me off. This camera's reversed. It reverses the image. So it looks like I'm standing closer to the water, but I'm actually standing behind the post. Gotta get used to that. It's gonna throw me off a little bit. Because if I see a rod bounce, and I won't be able to tell which rod it is because I'm backwards. All right, peace. We've been going live for about an hour and 40 minutes. So here in about 10 or 15 minutes, probably they hit about right at 2 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the feed. Like I said, most of this is just a test to see if it works. Get used to the setup. See how much you can see and how much you can't see. Where I need to focus more light on, so I can make sure y'all can see everything better. And yeah, I'll cut the stream here about after it hit right at 2 hours. I'll cut it and just fish for another hour before I go home. And if I catch anything, if I do, I just record it or try to record it and post it in the video. But they've been pulling a lot of water out of this river. My rods, when I very first got down here, they was probably 4 to 5 foot away from the water. And I'm guessing they're a good 15 foot from the water now. So they're draining a lot of water out. I still have fish out here rolling, but nothing like they were, 45, 50 minutes ago. 45, 50 minutes ago, I had some big monster cats roll probably 50 yards out. So I haven't been seeing them much here in the last 10, 20 minutes. So the water has went down. I'm hoping with the water going down, me having my rods back as far as I do, I may be able to just turn the light on and put it like in front of the rods to where y'all can see the rods better and still not affect the fishing. Not sure if that'll work yet or not. I do know when the lights are on, hard to get any bites. That's why I'm fishing right now with the bare minimum of light I can. I would actually have less on than this if I wasn't streaming. So it would be nice to have a good takedown and catch one during the stream though, even if it's a dink or something. But at least tonight wasn't a wasted night. I got to come out and get some air, try to regain my thoughts. This is like an outlet to me. My fishing is. I suffer with PTSD, so instead of me choosing drugs or alcohol, I chose fishing. Sometimes I wonder if I chose the right choice because this is expensive. And you sit out here in the mud, tromp around in the mud, sit out here in freezing cold temperatures, just wait for one bite. But when you get that one bite, hook up on that one fish, it's worth every bit of it. And we've had some decent bites tonight. I could say that. I mean, this, like I said, this little orange rod in the front, you can't see it with the light off, but when the light's on, it's real bright. Real bright. It's all fluorescent orange and yellow. It glows real bright. But yeah, it's been getting action all night. This is the slowest I've seen that rod sit, and the stillest I've seen it sit since I've got down here. I casted it out. I say 5-10 minutes after I casted it out, it just started bouncing and didn't stop. But they wouldn't commit on it. They just nibbling on it, and that's about it. It's like right now, I'm kind of debating on pulling it in to make sure I still got bait. So we did get quite a few good hits on it, and they ain't came back. So leads me to believe they probably stripped it again. It don't stay on the hook real well, but it does stay on all right. I can cast it real well and everything. So it's got a its possibilities here. We are getting bites on it, so I think I am going to check it. It doesn't hurt. I might actually cast it in a different area, see if it changes anything. Because I pretty much casted it back to the same area I casted it earlier. So we'll do it in a different spot and see what happens. It sounds like my bait's still on there. Yeah, my bait's still on there. Oh, they tore it up though. They left the skin. That's what it is. They left the skin. The rest of it they took with them. So we're gonna get a fresh piece on here. See what happens. Now, if I miss a rod bite, y'all gotta let me know. You gotta send me a comment and let me know what rod it was. That way I can check it, make sure they didn't strip me or, you know, anything like that. Cause these little fish are like ninjas down here. They'll clean you out before you even know you got a bite. Alrighty. Got a piece of chunk on. Turn that light off so I don't hit the water with it. I'm gonna go out here and we're gonna put it back out in the deeps. So see where I can put it at. I think I'm gonna cast this some way out this direction. Last fish I saw roll was out that way, so we'll put it out there by him. Now that it's got bait on it, they might bite at it. They don't seem to like to bite bare hook for some reason. I don't know. It didn't go as far as I thought it should. It's still dropping, so we'll give it a whirl there. My line is tight. May take a second on this one because I've got 5 to 6 ounce no row sinkers on the 2 big rods, and the small rods, since they only have a 1 to 2 ounce capacity, I got I got 3 ounces on there, but still with the current of the river, takes it a second to sink and lock in where it's gonna lock in at. So, all right, we should be in business. That line's still loose. All right, let's get it tight. There you go, it's better. All righty. So we'll see what she does. I'm gonna step away and cut off my mic for a second. I'll be right back with y'all. All righty. No potty bite, huh? Make sure my mic's still linked up. Yep, looks like it's still linked up. Kind of surprised we ain't landed one yet. I got some good baits out. They got good smell to them, so actually the crab has less smell than the rest of them, and seems to be getting better hits. So that's kind of confusing on my part, but I guess it's certain smells that they can smell better than us. The yellow rod in the center, my favorite rod, looks like it's getting a little bit of baby pull to it, but nothing major. So we'll just keep an eye on it, see what it does. It is swaying a little bit, so maybe something was coming up smelling the bait. I'm now they're starting to roll again. One just rolled out by where I casted this at. He probably just come up and tell me he got my bait. I think we'll give this stream about 5 more minutes and I'll cut her loose. I'd like to thank anybody and everybody that did stop in and check out the video. Thanks. I would like to thank my kids for letting me know it was working. But we wasn't sure if it was going to work or not. That's why you do these tests right here to see what you can do better next time and see what worked and what didn't work. So I'd like to thank everybody that's come in. Hopefully I get a bunch more video footage out soon. Better than what I've got now. I've had a lot of technical difficulties with lights, cameras, mics. But once I figure out what I can do to make this stream better, I'll probably try to do some better live streams, get some better footage, get a little bit better lighting on things than what I've got now. It's just kind of hard to light it up out here because they don't like the light, and that's the issue I'm facing. And that's why when I get out the stream, I'll sit here for another hour or so, and I'll turn all these lights off. I'll have every light off out here I can off, and see how many I hook up on. I'll just have my camera set up to record instead of stream. I just record whatever comes my way, and then if I hook in anything, I'll just post it later on in my channel so y'all can see it. I'll try to record the takedown and all the good fun stuff. Like I said, I do have my action camera on my chest. If we do get anything worth catching, I will turn it on with my headlamp so y'all can see me pulling them in and releasing them. Y'all, the action seems like it's died down completely. I'm not even getting nibbles on the small pole, the small rod like I was. So I think all the action's died down quite a bit. They could be moving in close to get the bait fish. This whole area I fish in right here is one giant bait pool. If you're down here at sun up, there's bait fish jumping everywhere. So they may be coming in close to get the bait fish. We have thrown a cast net out here a few times. Not much success because it seems like they just know what's coming or whatever. All we caught was a few small baby shad, and I do mean baby shad. Take 4 of them to put them on a hook to make it enough to even tease a fish. So, I haven't seen too many big ones out here, but I have seen the small ones. A little bit bigger a little bit bigger than your thumb. Caught a baby carp, about the size, about as long as my thumb, and a little bit wider. So we put him on a hook. Didn't have much luck, but we tried him. Here in woods back behind me. Hope it ain't Bigfoot. Come on, Bigfoot. I'm trying to catch fish. I have seen some funny footprints on this beach. I got some video footage of me walking down. Some big feet. Big, big bare feet. My mud boots that I wear, when I wear them in here, up here. They're size 12. Got them a little big so I can wear thicker socks since they're not insulated. And yeah, the footprints was bigger than them 12s. And that was barefoot and twice as wide. But it is what it is. All right, folks, I guess we're going to go ahead and call it. We're running right up on 2 hours. So I'm going to call this test a success. I had to get with my kids and find out how good it turned out because they're the ones that's backing me up on this and coming in, commenting. Uh, let's see, it says I used to fish the river at Hanover. Cool. Sorry about that. Just now I caught your comment. Off in the days watching these rods. Normally I do pretty good down here. Normally I get, 20 pounders, 30 pounders most of the night, but tonight's been slow. They've been draining the water down. They've drained quite a bit out. I've had quite a few good bites. I don't have the bait that I normally use either, but it is what it is. Well, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for checking out the channel also. Just now getting started. It's probably my third weekend. So video footage is going to get better. I got a lot of lighting down here, so I can light it up good if we get a bite. But unfortunately, right now, we ain't getting no bite. Yes, sir. Sometimes it's real good, sometimes it's not. But I'd like to thank everybody for coming in. I'm going to go ahead and shut this stream down for the night. Call this test a success. And I'll probably watch this video. If I can, I'll probably watch this video a few times and see what I can improve on and what I can't. And try to get better video quality out there. Hopefully next time with some fish. But it is what it is. You can't catch them all. That's why they call it fishing and not catching. So it is what it is. But y'all have a good night. And if I catch anything, I'll catch it on my camera and I'll post it in a video because I'm gonna turn all these lights off because if the lights are on, I won't get a bite. I got a funny feeling as soon as I turn them all off, 5 minutes later, one of these rods will bend over. Hopefully it does. I'll kick on this big spotlight and have it recorded and I'll post it up for y'all. But y'all have a good night.